I guess my question is, how do I make the right decision on what to focus on or what to pursue?
Well, can I give you great news?
Yeah.
Whatever you pursue, whether it's all of them, which is absolutely feasible at this young of an age, up until, for the next 16 years, you've only been alive for 16, and for the next 16 years, if you just pursue all three, that would be smart because you'd only be 32 and you'd have a sense of your skill and your love for those three things. But let me tell it to you in a better way. Here's some good news. You won't even know if one of them was the better decision, because that's not how life works. Everyone's so crippled to make the right decision when you'll never know. There is no time machines. There is no preview machines. You just pick and go. You go with what you feel at the time. It's more about loving yourself and being confident in yourself. You just don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, it's just hard because I'm so used to having a plan. Like, I'm so organized and I like things laid out, and I know where I want to be, but it's just like, which path do I take to get there? It's just hard.
I totally understand, but so lay it out. Go bring out your journal and say, I'm gonna model and retail and athlete for the next 3 years. Then I'm gonna pick one and go hard for 3 years. Then I'm gonna make a decision at 22 if I want to change it up. I'm telling you, life is fluid, right? I bet you in your planned out process, you didn't have a pandemic keeping you in the house for 6 months, right? Life, it's nice that you have things planned out, but you have to start the process of being prepared for when life takes turns.
Yeah. It's just like
there is no wrong choice, Viv.
Yeah. But it's like, but the thing is, there's more than 3 things on my mind, So
do those fucking things.
But how do I know which one's a hobby and which one is it? Which one's the one?
You're not gonna know.
Yeah.
That's what you got to get comfortable with.
Damn.
Yeah, it is damn. It's good. It's actually good. Right now it's damn. But if you keep working on this, you rewatch this video 4,000 times, you play it in your own head, you figure it out for your own way, it's actually amazing, because then there's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I want the answer. I'm like, no, because then there's wrong answers. How about not having wrong answers or answers and just living and just aiming for happiness? And if you pursue modeling for 7 years and then at 23 you're like, nah, and then you want to sell coconuts, go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Viv, you need to make sure that you want the plan, not your parents, your teachers, society, your coaches. You know what I mean? They want plans because they, that's what most people play defense. But the 30s and 40s and 50s and 60-year-olds that try to make 16-year-olds live life like they're 30, 40, 50, 60 are doing a disservice.
Yeah. I want to be ahead of the game,
You are ahead of the game. If you're on fucking Tea with Garyvee, you're ahead of the fucking game.
I know. Listen,
I'm serious though.
I've watched so many of these and I'm like, I could have never imagined myself being here. So, I don't know.
Honestly, you are. Listen, the way to be ahead of the game is to be focused on happiness, not perceived societal success on money or clout or whatever else is running through your head. You want to actually be, let me teach you something you'll never forget. You want to be ahead of the game, aim for fucking happiness.
Yeah, I'm happy every day. Like, I only do what makes me happy, but the thing is, a lot of things make me happy, and I'm happy with a lot of things.
Me too.
So
basically, you're talking about me right now.
Oh my gosh, you did not just compare yourself to me.
Yes, I did.
That's crazy, but
listen to me. Stay in that zone. That's good. Don't let people talk you out of that and saying you got to focus on something, or you got to be practical, or you got to get real, or you've got to figure it out at a certain point because you're going to be a senior. Like, it's crazy. You're a fucking child. I know 60-year-olds that don't have a fucking idea about life.
Yeah, but I just feel like, but I just want to make the most of all my time,
Let me promise you the best way to make use of your time, by not dwelling about making the most use of your time, by not overthinking, by not like debating,
That's
by
hard.
not like that. The way to make most of your time is by doing shit.
Yeah, So like I'm just a bad decision maker though. I'm not a bad decision maker, but I don't know how to choose between certain things and what I want more.
Flip a fucking coin. Viv, I'm serious. I'm serious. You like them all. You shouldn't be crippled by having lots of interests.
Yeah.
My thing that I struggle with is there are times where I'm like super consistent with my content, posting every week. And there are times where I go like 2 weeks without posting, and it's because every time I put my focus into a video, I want it to be as, you know, good as possible. So my question is essentially, how do I like overcome perfectionism?
By forcing yourself to do things that are uncomfortable. So what I mean by that is the next time you see a video and you're like, no, I got to keep working on this, remember this moment and just post it. Because one of those videos is going to do better than all the other ones that you perfected. And then that will teach you the fucking lesson.
You're right. But there are even like times like where I'm in that mindset, right? And then it just, I post the video and then it's like, oh man, it could have been better. Or, you know, maybe I should have waited a little more and worked on this, that.
That's because you're beating yourself up. Perfection is hiding insecurity.
That's true. You're right. I mean, yeah.
You just have to practice. It's like working out. It's like eating. Like, Gary, how do I eat better so I get healthier? Eat better. Well, how? Fight your head and get into a place where you just do.
Yeah.
The fact that you're even asking the question means that the subconscious of it has become conscious, and now you have a real shot.
Yeah. No, I have, you know, people constantly asking me upload more, and it's like I want to, and whenever I don't, I feel like I disappointed people, you know.
Listen, you need to worry about yourself, go into your own place, but you need to love yourself.
You're right.
You know, I'm just telling you, like, if people are asking you to upload more, you know, people enjoy it. But more importantly, you need to enjoy the process, not the subscribers or the views. Like, if I said to you, hey, imagine living with your best friends all the time. That's good? That's like fun?
Yeah.
Good. So let me explain this to you. If you follow your dreams, you'll have to live with like 3 of your best girlfriends or boyfriend, whatever, like your friends in one house and eat like ramen and like fucking live that life. That's more fun.
Yeah.
It's more fun to try to be on MSG and be, or to be a general manager or something. It's like more fun. It makes you happier. Like, you can worry about a fucking roof over your head and a white picket fence and a fucking nice car when you're 37. You're fucking 17. Like, the next 7 years, you can go follow your dream. This is the time to actually be risky, not be safe.
Okay. Yeah,
does that make like that's like you're being logical, which I love. So be logical. In your 20s is when you can take risk. In your like, to me, it's more like, I think it's more fun to try to be on SNY and live in like Queens with 4 of your friends in a shitty spot and going out at night and having fun and following all your dreams than it is for you to have some secure job and take a 40-minute train ride into the city from fucking Long Island on some fucking townhouse.
Yeah. You're right, 100%. It's just, you know, I've always had these fears. I guess they're also holding me back in a way.
In a way, they're completely fucking holding you back from being happy.
Yeah.
What are you scared of? Let's talk about it. Like, what are you scared of? You scared of like living in a shitty place? Like I don't get it.
I mean, I was fortunate enough to, you know, I'm living in Long Island and in a great town too. So I'm like, I'm used to this lifestyle, you know, and that's not something I want to lose either, because I feel like I got so comfortable.
I don't think you realize how little you want that lifestyle. You haven't tasted the alternative. When you live in a shithole with your buddies, when you're in your 20s, but you're living your best life because you're going after your fucking dream, that's going to taste a lot better than a big room and a nice fucking yard.
Yeah, you're right. I'm also just not sure, like, as a girl especially, just how to even get into this industry.
What are you talking about?
Like,
there's like half of the sportscasters have, like, there's so many women in sports.
I mean, like, managerial positions though, like, don't you think, like, I don't know.
Managing a team?
Yeah, or something like that, you know.
Yes, that's less. There's coaches starting to emerge. You know, there's NFL coaches.
Yeah.
We're starting to see it, and by the time you're 34, when it'd be realistic, there's probably going to be a lot more. It's not 1965 anymore. There's unlimited women in sport.
True. Yeah.
Plus, once you're going for management, you might realize you want to be a scout, and there's unlimited women in scouts. You might realize you want to be a journalist for it. There's unlimited. You might decide you want to start a social media company to represent athletes. You might want to compete with Vayner Sports. You don't know yet.
Yeah.
But don't take some bullshit job because you want a fucking bush outside your house.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
You're not as accustomed to your cush as you think.
Okay.
I mean that. You're not. You have to get comfortable with fear.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's more fun.
Okay.
It's more fun. You will like it more. And by the way, my prescription for you is to actually live in a shitty situation. I want you to live in the hood in Queens. Like, I'm serious.
Okay.
Because then you'll know you can. You have to make yourself uncomfortable.
I don't really do TikTok, but I know I should do that based on what you were saying with Lil Bo.
You should, if you want the awareness and the attention to deploy against your nonprofit ventures, your political ventures, your social ventures, your business ventures. Building audience allows you to have a voice. And today you might not care about anything, but in 16 years you might. Or today you might be like, well, I don't sell anything, yet you want to raise money to build a playground in your neighborhood. Well, guess what? Having 400,000 followers on TikTok can do that. I think people underestimate what attention's value is. I speak in the context of, business so much, but there's so many reasons to, build an audience because there's so much opportunity out there to, really do things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Go ahead.
Yes. So a question that I had is, I'm pretty sure for the initial year or two that I start this company, it'll probably be burning profit for the a little while. So what is the most convincing kind of prototype to minimize the risk for investors? Because I know I invest my money, and so whenever I see or read a company's balance sheet or any of their financial statements, I want to see what the business is working like. So what is the most convincing thing?
The problem is when you're in idea phase, you're just throwing numbers on an Excel sheet to appease financial people. Yeah. It's some Harvard shit. Yeah. To me, you got to look at it one of two ways. One, listen, I talk a lot about, college's ROI if you go into debt being an issue. You on the flip side are the reverse poster child. You did it perfect, in my opinion. To have a Harvard cosign and not have financial debt, Jesus. To me, you're kind of like the bizarro, all the things I tell kids of hey, if you're not good in school, start your business, don't take on debt, learn, work for free. You've played the other side of the coin perfectly. So you got leverage. You can go. You can get meetings cold. By saying, I went to Harvard, here's my business, and you can get meetings and show a 16-page deck, and you know what the answer is. You don't even need me for that affirmation. You just got to show them a projection of 2024 profit. That blows me away that people fuck with shit like that, because that's on some guessing shit. But it works all day long. Or you go to somebody who's an entrepreneur and just believes in you as a kid and just wants to invest in you, and they're a little bit more loose, more intuitive. You might be more analytical. I'm more emotional. I invest in people based on intuition. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, Tumblr's balance sheet didn't look good, but I knew David Karp was a genius and Tumblr was going to win, and it did. Yeah. Right? And sold for $1 billion. You know what I mean? So, I think there's a lot of ways to do it, Jose.